have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat Off the Field. An exciting episode. Today's episode, of course, Ball Chat Off the Field is conversation with players and people in the football space. It's an exciting day as I have my partner in crime, my family, come on, is with us. Come on, a long time to see you. I want to give you a virtual hug. How are you doing? Come on.
I did I see the other day.
No, you never turn on your camera.
No, damn man, I had to be here to talk to Khori. I've heard so much about Khori, but I have not met him. So this is my time to meet him and kind of hear a little bit about him.
See that, and of course we have an excellent young man, a wonderful baller. Why, the back heel man himself, Mr. Khori Bennett, Wolmer's graduate. Yo, Las Vegas Light FC baller. Yo, how you doing, family?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. And come on, you saw the back heel goal. It was on the contender for goal of the week. What is going on? How you pulled that one off? If I was a defender, I'd kick you down, you know.
I voted for it. So, and I shared it with all of my friends. Khori, listen, you're a part of the family. So that's what we do. When Damon sent it to me, I already voted for you. So I'm late. But I'm happy when I see everybody excelling. And I know a little bit of your journey. So to see you having fun out there, I'm really, really happy for you. So we have to share that goal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, big up. Let's get into the dialogue. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time, Khori. We know you played a game last night against Colorado Switchbacks. The game ended 3-3, so you scored again last night. Second goal for the season overall? What was the thought process in that game? You were quite active on the left side of the field. You're busy up. How was your assessment of your performance last night?
It's actually the third. But performance-wise, I think I did well. I won the penalty.
Third goal. Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
The header that caused the penalty, I actually won it. The header was actually going in. I was just rewatching it not too long ago. Got the penalty, tucked it away. But apart from that, I think my performance was good. I also had an assist in the game. They gave it to me. The ball touched me, but I didn't know much about it. But yeah, overall, I think I had a good performance last night, and it was important, for the team. We wanted to get 3 points, but it's better to get one than none, especially at home.
I have to ask before I hand it over to Kamon. The celebration, we interviewed Malik Howell, your partner in crime, a few weeks ago. Big up, Malik. What is that celebration, family? Give us some insights
Inside joke.
into that celebration between you and Malik.
It's an inside joke, like a lot of if you notice a lot of the Jamaican ballers when they run off, they're doing that, right?
Yeah.
I don't to be honest, I don't know where it come from, but I just see a lot of the Jamaican ballers. So we just add a little spin to it and turn it into a dance, a little thing. It's an inside joke.
Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed it last night. Yeah, come on. If you know you watch, chip in. Come on, your time to take over the thing right now.
All right, Khori. So you're 26, right?
Yes.
So now at 26, what would a 26-year-old Khori tell an 18-year-old Khori? I know, it seems as if you're young, but you've been in the football world for a minute. So I call you a veteran. So I call you a veteran. So at 26 now, what would you at 26 tell the 18-year-old Khori who venturing into the world of professional football?
18-year-old Khori, be a bit more hands-on. in with my career and things I want, you know. I think at 18 I was a little bit naive and listened to a lot of this and a lot of that, and I knew exactly what I wanted, and sometimes it kind of threw me off listening to other people who didn't really have the vision that I had for myself, you know. So I think now looking back, that's something I would tell myself at 18, you know, and also just try to enjoy no matter what.
Listen, as a mom of someone who is in the business of football, I mean, I understand that 100%. You think that you find somebody who, will have the same vision as a Corey, but when you realize really and truly it's not the same vision. It's maybe something similar to it, but it's really not, and it kind of derail you a little bit. So tell me, Corey, I know that after you left Charlotte Independence, you had an opportunity to go to Africa, right? Tell me how that experience was for you. I see you smiling. I saw
Yeah,
something the other day that says they call it the Jamaican syndrome, and it kind of piqued my interest a little bit. And when I listened to it, it was one of those things where they're saying the Jamaicans go overseas and they cry to go back home, or they miss their family, the food. How was the experience when you went to Africa, you and Malik, to try and venture into that section?
yes, so that was actually a crazy story because I was on my way to Jamaica for the Christmas break, you know. So I had my flight the next day, and then, you know, Damon called me and say, Africa, you know, confirm it and everything, Africa. So I was like, I have to go. I basically didn't get a break to go home and stuff in December. So, because I knew it was a good opportunity as well. You know, once we got there, a lot of similarities to Jamaica, like a lot. You know, there's obviously differences, but a lot of similarities in you know, the food, you know, the way people are like very, you know, how you call it now? They're very happy, you know what I mean? Carefree, just, you know, relaxing, enjoying life. So a lot of similarities to Jamaica. The football over there, I would say that the fans are passionate, you know. We end up going to the final and we're playing in front of about 40,000 people, full stadium. I have an next 10,000 outside that try to come inside. You know, when you walk around, people recognize us, the Jamaicans, you know what I mean? So it was really nice, you know, when we got out, you know, I don't know if they're being extra, they had a security guard for us, you know what I mean? So it was a good experience overall, man.
Yeah, well, it never worked out. So you're now, back in the US. What is your aim? I mean, like, yeah, you're 26. People are like, maybe he doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. I mean, at least you're supposed to know something. What is your
Mhm.
aim? I know, you just settled into Las Vegas, settled in the USL. Been here before. What is your
Mhm.
aim? What is your goal? 26 seems young, but we all know that at 30, you're looking at venturing, to something else, some other avenue, maybe a coach, a physio, whatever, a businessman. So now at 26, Corey, and I keep harping on the age because I know how age is when it comes to football.
In sports,
What
yeah.
is your aim? What is your goal?
For me, honestly, when you say 26, I look at it differently. Like I break it down differently because I think there's a lot of strikers, forwards that play beyond 30. You know what I mean? Versus a winger or a wing back because those positions are a little bit more physically demanding. So typically the younger players play in those positions versus me as a center forward, like, you know, I can play on the wing. I do play on the wing at times. Um, but as a centre forward, I think your peak normally comes at, you know, 30, 31, 32. If you look really and truly around the world, a lot of the top strikers, 30, 31, 32. So I don't think, like, yeah, the reality is people are looking at the age, but also when you break it down and you look around, it's, to me, I don't feel old, basically. Yeah.
You certainly don't look
Yeah.
old. So
So
what does success mean to you? Yeah. So now you have what, 15 appearances, 3 goals, no
mhm.
assists yet. And I
I got
know
one last
you have
night.
one assist. I know in the beginning it was a little bit rough for you. Sometimes you go to a club and you're not immediately the starter. You're immediately not what the club
Mhm.
probably wants or needs, right? So I kind of know that when you went in, it wasn't for you to be a starter, it wasn't right, but you have to earn your spot, right? Nothing is given. And I know that the striker that they have, probably is an overseas striker, come from Norway.
Yeah.
Now he's injured. This is your time to shine, right? So in there, and you're scoring your goals, you're playing well, you're helping the team to win all the games that they're supposed to win. What does success look like for you? Is it goals, having a healthy season? What does success look like for you? I mean, I said the interview was gonna be hard questions, right? So what does success look like for Khori?
Like for me, success would look like obviously goals, assists, because that's my job. At the end of the day, I add a lot to the team, in the build up and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I have to show that I'm able to, I have end product. And I think I've just gotten my opportunity the past 3 games, and I have 3 goals and an assist. So I'm showing that, and it's nothing that surprises me because even when I wasn't playing in training, I was working really hard, still working really hard, doing extra, doing everything in my control, controlling what I could. Now that I have the opportunity to go there and showcase it, I'm happy, but I'm not like surprised at it. Success, obviously, goals, and then I look at like Las Vegas. It's a good platform for me to showcase to the broader world. Football doesn't end at USL in my opinion. I want to go further, so it's a good platform for me to use and just showcase myself like I've been doing right now.
So now, 26. Have you had have you had a great moment? Have you had a worse moment when it comes to football? Is it something that you can talk about? Like, what I mean, have you ever been in a position where you thought that, man, this shouldn't be happening to me, and a next position where you say, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me? Have you had those two moments so far in your career?
Yes, actually. So I would think the one that I was like, man, this shouldn't be happening to me, or I was like disappointed, I would say at my lowest was, in at the end of college, right? So I did college and I played what they call USL 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
And every year I would score a lot of goals. I would be training with like numerous MLS teams. When the draft list comes out about top prospects, my name would always be in it. And um, going into my senior year, like I wasn't in the right mental space because my dad got sick. So I was not in the right mental space. And so it kind of came out in my performances a little bit. I guess that kind of made my stock go down in their eyes, which I don't think made sense. But, when the draft came, I knew 3 teams that wanted to possibly draft me, and then it just didn't happen. Also because, the international spot and all of the complications that came with the whole draft process. And then when the draft finished and I didn't hear my name, you know, I was really like in my head, I did mash up, wicked, you know. But it was, in a sense, it was good because I had my mom there with me, like, kind of console me. We go eat after and just, kind of forget about it. But I would say that was a low point. That was a low point for me. A high, to be honest, I have a few moments where I was like, yeah, happy, like, obviously signing here. Early in the year, I got a message about, coming to a national team camp, you know what I mean? Um, breaking the goal scoring record in the USL 2 with my team, you know, a lot of little high moments, but I'm the type of person that tries not to get too high or, you know, too low, try to keep it, you know, even keel. So, you know, there's a lot of good moments, but I just, the bad moment that sticks out, that always
Yeah.
sticks out, you know what I mean? Like you never forget those.
I mean, I understand. And my next question was going to be, how is your support system? Because I know, so I mean, like, yes, you know, you're a guy, and people will be like, oh, Corey must tough it out and whatever.
Yeah,
But I remember one time my kid, an opportunity missed him like by this, and that man called
yeah,
me bawling. So, you
yeah.
know, I completely understand. So I was going to ask you, how is the support system like for Corey? Because it's really, really important, especially in a performance-based job. You know, your
Mhm.
job is really contingent on your performance. When you have bad games, do you call your mom and talk to your mom and say, Mom, does she understand the sport that you play?
You know, to be honest, it's not really my mom. Like to call somebody and vent to them about a good or bad performance is really my dad because him love the football and since I
Mhm.
small, you know, he might follow me. My mother is more just like just how I am. You know what I mean? Like how you doing like day to day, not really football, you know. But my father
Right.
will be more the football. And I have other people around me that, you know, support me. I have a sports psychologist that I can reach out to at any point in time. And, you know, so I have a lot of people around me that really support me. So
So you have recovered from all angle then.
I try because I know how important it is, you know.
Benton, you soon come in. Come and tell you some I have worry. Listen, I was in the garden working, and I said, you know what? Them weed have to stay in the cars. Corey interview will come up next because I missed Malik one, and I was so upset because I have some questions for Malik.
Yeah.
So, so how has it been living in Las Vegas? I mean, the casinos out there.
Yeah.
You know, are you one to enjoy your off the football, or you're just focused on, you know, being the best Corey on the pitch?
So it's nice to be in Las Vegas, as I was saying before. It's nice to be in Las Vegas and knowing that there's things out there to do if you have time off and stuff. But typically, I'm at home, you know, in my free time, I'll cook. You know, I'm more of a YouTube person, so I watch a lot of YouTube videos and just random YouTube videos, you know, and watch a movie here and there. I don't do much, you know, but if I have off time, it's nice to know I'm in a city that I have different options, you know, maybe go to get food or stuff like that.
So you love to cook. So you make Monica get so fat.
Oh yeah, the man, sir.
Monica get
Oh,
chubby.
man, he can cook himself, man.
Oh my gosh. So and about not go hospital yet. So my last question before Benton jumping, because he wants to go watch it, West Indies beat England. What would Khori Bennett tell a young player who is breaking into the world of professional football? One who is coming from maybe the college avenue or coming up from club or maybe just straight from high school. What advice would you give a young man who thinks it is difficult to break in and just the rigors of everyday football life?
Yeah, so I'll start by saying it's not easy. You know, getting in is not easy, you know. But what I can say is try to control what you can, you know. You know, make sure you're training well, you're eating well, you're sleeping well. Just control what you can and also try to network. Like, sometimes Jamaicans have a tendency for run up in nobody and thing like that. But I think it's worth it to, kind of venture out a little bit, get to know different people. But you never know who knows who and stuff like that. So, you know, that's a little bit of advice that I would give to young upcoming players.
All right, Corey, but thank you for answering my questions. Benton want to jump in now. Benton, go ahead.
No, big up, big up. You covered a lot of the similar questions that I had. Corey, first and foremost, Regin, your accomplishments, be proud of them, Aya. When I cannot imagine what it felt like to go through that situation regarding the draft. We see it all the time, whether it's NFL, baseball, it's a system that they have here, but be proud of your accomplishments. Bottom line, we're proud of you. And, a lot of us watch football and we don't think of the behind the scenes struggles. So we're proud of your work, man. Proud of your work. Yeah. Elaborate a little bit more on the African trip. Where in Africa were you? What team?
So went to Tanzania.
Tanzania, yeah.
Yeah. A little island off Tanzania called Zanzibar.
Yeah, Zanzibar,
So,
yeah.
but it was due to the AFCON. I think they had a little tournament over there.
Yeah.
To like a mid-season tournament where a lot of the top teams around Africa, like they play in the African Champions League. They went to the island of Zanzibar to play this tournament. So teams from the same Tanzania, top teams from Rwanda, teams from you name it, a lot of different African countries, and the tournament. We went as guest players, and we went to play for the team that kind of hosted the tournament. Because the team that we played for was on the island of Zanzibar,
Yeah.
So we were guest players, and ended up playing. Actually, they didn't win it this year, but the top team in the final, the top team in Tanzania, and we beat them. We beat them. As a team, the team that we were on, it wasn't professional footballers on that team. It's just like a little club team, on the island. And we play against, they added us to it as guest players, and we play against these top teams, and we beat them. We win the tournament, So I think, and everybody over there talking about the Jamaicans. So I think, we end up not leaving with a contract, but we left, I think we left a statement or made a statement, as it regards to Jamaican footballers.
Yeah. I know one of the club's owner there in Zanzibar and Tanzania is doing some good work in terms of development and attracting players from different parts of the world. So really, really impressive, Chad, for you to get exposure to different environment. One of my final questions, our penultimate question for you, is that you scored a hat-trick last year against for Charlotte Independence. And, come on, ask about advice to young players. And I think it was a 4-0 Bata Bruise you guys gave. I don't remember which team. But you scored a hat-trick, a very clinical hat-trick. What is the knock about scoring goals? Some of the intricate details about goal scoring. Because we see man like Lukaku run goal all the time and can't score a goal. Take me into the mindset of a goal scorer and the ability to make quick decisions, and not only just make it, but make the correct quick decision in the attacking third. Especially, we have a lot of young players who listen to the show, who consider them strikers, consider a career in the striker position or in the goal scoring aspect of the game.
Yes, so you have to be, I would say, a big part of it is a lot of aspects, but for me, what works is being proactive. So your movement off the ball, you're not reacting to what's happening. You're kind of reading the play and, anticipating. So you get there before the defender. And also a huge part that I would say I've matured into is having like the mind of a goldfish. So you forget everything. Because as a striker, you're taking risk in front of goal. And this is what everybody sees. So sometimes you're going to miss an empty goal. You have to have the mindset for, all right, you have to come again. You can't make that weigh on you too much, because it's 90 minutes you're playing for, and you will get a next chance. And if you're focusing too much on the one you miss, you're going to miss the next one. So I think those are two very important, parts of goal scoring and being a striker.
All right. Amnesia or forgetfulness, essentially. It's just like life. You have to forget the bad things and then move on to the next thing. But in the game, because I consider myself a striker in a former life.
Hey, quick question for you. So, let me ask a question, Khori. People tell us you have eyes on the back of your head? Because this is why I asked the question. So, my son play and my husband used to play nothing past them. I mean, like they could be over that side and some up around here, so and them see. So I always wonder if it is something with footballers where eyes on the back of them head, them anticipate some or they're focusing on one thing but looking somewhere else or expecting. I don't know. I just it's creepy and I asked them and they laugh. So now you're on here. Let me ask you, do you have eyes in the back of your head? Can you see? You're looking at the goal, but can you see the defender around there? So I can see your other teammate coming. I mean, how it work? Tell me how it work.
I think it's just awareness. Yes, I have eyes in the back of my head, if I that they call it. It's just awareness, like sometimes you're in situations that you've been in over and over and over. So you kind of know like exactly what you need to do in this particular situation. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you gotta talk about the anticipation and stuff like that. So you know, for example, you know your winger. You know he's a guy that loves to step over, push it, cross it. You know that already. You start to anticipate. Defender probably don't know that. So you can get a half step in front of him for maybe top out the ball at the goal or impact the play in some type of way. So a lot of awareness and anticipation. It come back down to that. Yeah.
I still call them fast, but it's like them know what go on. But Corey, so this is the thing. So I understand the plight of a footballer, and I follow your story. Damon and I we talk all the time. So we kind of I know your story. I know Malik's story. We talk about the goals and aspirations and what you guys want to accomplish. And I have to tell you that I am extremely proud of you. First, me see you, but like I say, let me know somebody before them born. You that. So,
Yeah.
so I am really proud of you. And I hope that this is a stepping stone for you because I know you don't have the Jamaican syndrome because you were willing to go to Africa. So I know, say, if an
Yeah.
opportunity, the
I
Timbuktu,
love travel, man.
Corey pack him like a jing bang and gone. So,
Man.
so I mean, I'm very happy for you. Las Vegas Lights, they took a chance on you, and I know you're going to repay them. And I hope this season is really a good season for you, injury free. Because my gosh, and then
Um,
banging the goals. Them, I expect a 20 goal and 16 assist season. Can get that.
20 and 16. Boy, that's Steve right now, Steve, but anything possible. Anything
You,
possible.
you just need about 5 hat trick. you know. and that's it. If Lukaku can miss them, you can make them. So I'm really happy for you, and I
Can we
wish you
talk
nothing but the
about
best this season. Hey, I might strike a Chelsea. I take him back this season, but that's a next story for next time.
But Corey, how can people get in touch with you? Put out your social media contacts. A lot of us, we watch those games on ESPN Plus, born ESPN Plus by the way, but we stay up late and watch those games because of people like you, Malik, and the other players.
Tyreek,
Uh, um,
Tyreek,
yes, yeah,
Malik Foster,
yes.
Romario.
That's the
We
only reason
support.
why we signed up for the channel is because
Can
of
I
it.
yeah.
can I tell if anything else we now watch USL?
Yes,
So
the
so
only, and of course 3 hours behind because we're in the Eastern time zone, so you don't know where you go. Let the people know how we can follow you, because we're proud of your work and we support the Yard Crew 100%.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the support always. You can follow me on Instagram at Khori Bennett. So at KHORIBENNETT. That's my name. And then Twitter, same thing at Khori Bennett, KHORIBENNETT. Yeah, those are the two main ones that I use. Um, the TikTok app is just bare foolishness. So you're not gonna really get much out of the TikTok. And then I have a Facebook, like a fan page, Khori Bennett. You can look for it and, always have stuff posted on that as well.
Thank you for taking the time. Yo, big up yourself, Corey. For a Woolman's graduate, you're very impressive, brother. Cause Woolman's people, me
What
born.
that mean? What that supposed to mean? What
Woolman's
that
people,
supposed to
me
mean?
and him are a friend, but you and I could be friend anywhere we meet. That's me, I said, but big up yourself. Thank you for taking the time, family. Proud of your work.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to the game this weekend, you know.